Do they have a smoke? No smoke, but there are boots on screen, which suggests maybe he does want to go for some early ganks.
Yeah, Shen does have a couple of wards on him here. He will throw down an observer to block the pole camp. And a couple of sentries as well. Perhaps they'll try and make Enigma's life a little bit more difficult here. As they continue to roam about the dire jungle, Centaur leading way, PGG scouting it out, make sure it's all clear, but Android P will hang on to those sentries for now. Done. They should have an okay time. No pole camp, but that's not too bad. They should be pretty used to that. Fnatic's initial wards, they'll get a lane ward down in the mid lane, and also observer here by the bottom room, and they're going to go ahead and block this camp right here as well. So they'll actually slow down Shen more than Shen will slow down them. Very interesting. To introduce these rosters here, LD on the Radiant side, we've got the retry. Nubik will be on the position 1 StarLadder down here in the safe lane on the Radiant side of the map. He'll be supported by Screen with the boots first Shadow Shaman. In the mid lane, it will be ZXC, the former mid player for Power Rangers on the Death Prophet. Android P on Shen, who will be in the Radiant jungle, and in the off lane it will be PGG himself on the Centaur Warrunner.
Well, on the dire side, you've got Fnatic, a team that we saw at the last Star Series. Will they make it back? Hard to say as of yet. No tail on your Rubik. Arrow of Doom. I'm getting my keys big. No tail on the Rubik. We've got bottom lane. Tricky getting actually pulled in by the Stretch Armstrong Shackles. He'll be playing the Mirana. Mid lane, Hani, Mr. Good Guy himself on the Naga, and that does leave Fly on what I think is probably signature hero, which is Enigma. So, Fnatic overall, pretty greedy draft, but they're getting away with it so far. And again, there's not much TR can do to punish it now, but bottom lane, Trixie.
And is that first blood? No, he'll be able to leap away, and that will disjoint that last auto attack. But more than a close call for the Mirana down here. And
he's having a bad time though. He went boots first, and he's gotten caught twice by the Shackles. That really should not happen. Shadow Shaman's got awful base move speed.
Yeah.
Even with boots, he's still 15 MS slower than Mirana. Once I understand, especially if they come around the trees, but this is twice now. Trixie, he's got to mind his position, because the thing is, if he gets caught again, if he doesn't die, he's definitely going back to base. So either way, he's not going to have fun.
Here he goes, Screen rotating in, but Trixie will be on point this time. He will scoot back. And he's just getting completely zoned out here. Barely an experience range, and actually, he's doing a little bit better than I thought on that front. Just about to hit level 3, so it could be worse. How he fares in the mid lane. Hani will have his work cut out for him against the Death Prophet. 10-2 on ZXC right now, and Hani only 5-0, so we would expect him to be struggling a bit, but ZXC just being so aggressive with those Crypt Swarm, continuing to zone him out, and Hani will be bottle crowing as well. Has that Quillen Blade up already, and actually we'll grab the 2-minute rune here, which is an illusion.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he went Quelling Blade first. Normally Riptide's plenty to last hit, and Naga still got good base damage. I figured he would have gone either just Bottle Rush or Stout Shield right away, but he went early Quelling Blade, and I mean, it's pretty obvious Death Prophet's going mid with this draft, and he's been really, he's been punished for it, so I'm not too sure about the Quelling Blade pick. There's no Prophet on the enemy team or anything like that, so I do find it a little curious. Or or there's no Nature's Prophet, I mean.
Yeah, and I mean, a Stout Shield would definitely help, but it's almost more this Crypt Swarm spam that's been taking him down more so than the auto attacks from ZXC. He's been really on point with grabbing last hits and also trying to harass Hani simultaneously, which is an ideal case scenario here for the Crobulus. So at the very least, ZXC will be off to a good start. Still the last hit leader. Lardar dominating.
Smoky mid.
There's the rotation. There's the telekinesis back. ZXC in big trouble here. Perhaps this will be the first blood coming out. It's looking like it. We fly to grab the 400 bonus gold. Nice rotation from Fnatic.
Yeah, that's a good smoke gank. Not something you really expect either. When the enemy is running jungle, Enigma Fly's only level 3, and he just got caught off guard. Normally Enigma's not ganking that early. He's just off in the jungle, because if you fail on that gank, that hero falls. I mean, he's good at farming the wood, but one of his big strengths is just his ability to turbo farm and hit level 6 at like 5 minutes in. So it was a slight risk by Fnatic, but it definitely pays off.
Yeah, absolutely. And it seems like since Death Prophet was stomping the lane so hard, maybe getting a bit overzealous, like, oh, Naga's Siren, you silly goose. He'll be able to get more last hits, and like you said, a rather unexpected gank.
He is still crushing the lane, though. 21-4. This Death Prophet, he went for the early no talisman, and his damage is pretty impressive. But top lane, PGG just getting rest a bit. Early oof pickup from her.
Interesting. Not a bad choice against the Centaur. He is rather tanky, and with that return, it does make those little harasses you get off that much more effective with the small dot that Orb of Venom gives you, but
it's just weird because, like, normally one of the reasons you pick Orb of Venom is, yes, to chase, but also just to slowly, like, harass someone and zone them a bit more out of lane. And when Centaurs return, I don't think that's a favorable trade for the Doom. So he's got the clap creep right now, not the best one either. He'd ideally like the HP regen, I would say, for this stage of the lane.
Yeah, the Wild Wing Ripper isn't too bad. The Tornado is pretty useless, but the Armor Aura isn't too bad if you want to pressure the tower. But yeah, I agree. The Satyr Tormentor is pretty much ideal scenario.
Yeah.
The
well,
HP
and actually return is physical damage, so yeah, the Armor Aura would be quite good here.
Yeah.
Trixie's made a rotation mid. He's looking for an arrow. Can he hit it?
He can. This should be a kill. DXC will get stuck inside the ensnare. There you go. Sick. On the mark. Now the question, do they have enough damage? Mirana only level 4, level 2 Starstorm. They crunch the numbers. They decide it's not enough, and well, Trixie won't even waste his mana as he heads back to the bottom lane. Yeah,
he misses a little bit of experience bottom, but he's also worried right now, because if you look at the bottom lane, he's got no vision, enemy team's running a Chen, the Shadow Shaman's been off the map as well, so they'd easily have been smoke ganking him, so he's like, you know what, I'm just going to hit mid, fire another arrow, and here we go.
And ZXC, I hear that bullseye. He's in some trouble now. Mirana hops forward, and maybe this will be the kill. Starstorm flies, and they grab it. The kill will go to Hani on the Naga Siren.
Meanwhile, top lane.
Top, yeah, they'll engage on PGG. Telekinesis straight into the Doom ultimate. They'll dive this tower, and PGG, he is in big trouble. He will most certainly fall to the wrath of time, and that will be Era picking up the kill. Fnatic now pulling ahead, 3-0 in hero kills, and, well, they might be able to grab themselves the tier 1 tower kill up top.
Yeah, that's already a level 5 Enigma. Android P's only level 3. He has a Centaur bottom. There's no Shadow Shaman ward, so Fnatic's going to outpush TR here. If they go for a tower trade, they could easily end up losing a tier 2 and a tier 1 in exchange for just the tier 1. But I imagine what they'll do is take the tier 1 here and then TP back to the top.
Yeah, Griff coming out from both sides, and TR actually pushing this tower reasonably quickly. It may end up just being a tower exchange after all. Trixie will port down, but not much he can do by his lonesome. The XC will try and clear up the wave, and PGG has actually rejoined the lane up top.
Just oof Doom! That's the last hit.
PGG way overcommitting here, though. He gets telekinesed, and that'll just be a feed coming out from the Centaur. Barely even does any damage.
Oh, they popped the Death Prophet ult bottom. They really want to come out on top in the tower trade here, and right now Hani just trying to push in mid. He's creep skipping with the illusions, but it looks like they should get the tier 2 first. I did not expect them to rotate the Death Prophet this early. Normally you want to get a little more levels, but this is not a bad trade, honestly.
You know, maybe that PGG feed up top was just an intentional strategy. Keep them around a little bit longer, create some space, and, well, they'll get rewarded with a tier 2 tower. Whether it was intentional or not, it will seem to work out in TR's favor. If Naga gets this tier 1 tower mid, then maybe not the best exchange for the retry, but it doesn't look like Hani will have enough pushing power. He does have a siege creep alive. He'll get the tower close to the deny range, but in comes a port from screen. Level 4 Shadow Shaman, rotation from the rest of the heroes, and Hani will be repelled, so nicely done by the retry.
They're getting out experienced, if that's a verb, so hard right now. They're already down 3,000 experience. Chen spent a lot of time ganking. I did not see him get any wildkins. Didn't really stack his camps much at all. If he did at all, I didn't even catch it. And Android P's fine a bit behind. They took the early tower, so I have a fast headdress, a fast buckler, but you also want things like boots, the mech recipe, level 7 ideally. And by the time he gets that, that's where your Enigma is going to have, well, already Fly's got about the same amount of gold in terms of net worth. In fact, a bit more. And he's level 6 already, so they're really falling behind in levels. And the mid game for Fnatic, sure, their lineup was greedy, but I don't think TR have done enough to punish it.
Oh, Nubik almost gets clipped right there. A noble F from No-Tail, but now he's in big trouble on this Rubik. He'll take the amplified damage. And, oh, Song of the Siren from good guy Hani. That'll save his friend No-Tail. And Doom actually coming in as well. He does have, oh, they were smoked up. Arrow connects onto Nubik, and they'll try and turn this around. Chen comes in and finishes off the Rubik, but StarLadder, he gets picked off as well. So a support Rubik for the position one. StarLadder, not a bad trade for Fnatic. Nice setup from Hani.
That Song, winning games for a long time now. Sana's just so ridiculous, and yeah, that's the nice thing about running solo mid-Naga, is sure, maybe you lose the CS war, but you got a fast level 6, and that spell just changes games, whether it's offensively, defensively. Sometimes for the bad, if you use it incorrectly, you can end up helping the enemy team, but yeah, that Song definitely saves them from giving up a kill, and getting them a kill, so a great usage of it early on.
Yeah, well, the Rubik still fell, but at least they make it a 1-for-1 where it would
yeah, you're right.
Been an easy Rubik feed, but one of the sad realities of this game, like you mentioned, that Android P has spent a lot of time trying to roam and gank, and this game...
And so is the Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman's only level 4. Sure, he's got arcane boots, but You need the wards by now.
Yeah.
And ideally within like the next minute or two, but he's not going to have them for 3-4 minutes.
But that was Chen's first kill. I was going to bring that up right before that started, where he was 0-0-0. And now, okay, he got the last hit on Rubik because he was trying to run away, but that's a little bit underwhelming for a Chen here at almost the 10-minute mark, only been involved in 1 kill. Very unfortunate.
The main thing that the retry are really waiting for right now is obviously, top lane, they're going to go in here.
See you later, PGG. He'll take the Doom ultimate. There's the Malefice as well. And nothing that a Centaur can do. Easy kill for Fnatic.
The main things are the StarLadder Blink Dagger, the Centaur ult, which they do have, and the Rasta wards. With those, I feel they can start forcing fights, but the thing is, if they let it go, even to the point where Fnatic just gets like a Blink Dagger on the Enigma, Fnatic's initiation is really scary. If you push into this team, they just walk in for the black hole. Yeah, a 5-man pushing lineup going into that kind of AoE is asking for trouble. So I'm a bit worried here. I'm not sure TR has gotten enough done yet, but the StarLadder Blink Dagger is where they'll really look to pick things up, and he has the gold for it right now.
Yeah. Now, there are kind of 2 things breaking out at once here. PGG ports bottom, and he'll go blow and fly. He connects with the Malefice. Does have a lot of Eidolons out, but there's the Stampede forward, and connects with the Hoof Stomp, but no follow-up to come from the Centaur. And
these Stampedes have not really gotten a whole lot done. Yeah, and he might just die here.
I thought he was going to commit to that, or someone was going to port in, but it was sort of just Stampede and tried to posture him back. And now a port does come, and that will be Fly's exit.
That is... Oh, they might get this kill. He's got a Blink Dagger.
Maybe not. Yeah, Nubik showing it off here, and Fly will get caught, so I guess I spoke too soon. He does overcommit. I don't think he noticed that there was a blink up on StarLadder yet. So,
yeah, he forced the TP, and like you said, just didn't know there was a blink.
Yeah.
Should have just backed. Good
play from StarLadder, though. As soon as you grab that Blink Dagger, that's usually an opportunity to grab a kill before the opposition has seen you pick it up. So good use and smart rotation. They did burn the Death Prophet Exorcism here.
Oh, they're coming around from behind mid.
But yep, Moonlight Shadow flies. No tail initiates on the Android P. There's the telekinesis. Era chops him down with that fiery sword. BGG maybe in some trouble here as Trixie connects with the Starstorm. There's that extra star to secure the kill. It will be a 2-0, and they repel that push on their tier 1 mid. Trixie, he does have a haste rune on, but will not pursue.
Oh, they might go Roche now. No mech yet. They're close. No tail's quite low. Maybe they're just going to the tier 1 bottom. I'm not sure if they want to be Roshing without the mech, but their map control is quite good. There's still no Shadow Shaman War.
Honey,
could the hell with it. Just go Roche.
Yeah, maybe buying some time. Not a bad strategy, but he's totally out of mana. Doesn't have any illusions now. Will get amplified once again. And he does have the Song of the Siren available, 100 mana.
Mirana's coming though. She might shoot an arrow and turn this around.
Oh, Nubik, he'll blink forward, connects with the Slitherine Crush.
Even with the amp damage, she's still positive on armor. That's ridiculous. That hero has so much freaking armor. There's a Reign of Vicula there as well, but...
Yeah, she does have a lot of base armor to be fair, but still,
if that's like another... I think she just dies there, because amp damage hurts early game. Like, it turns your auto attacks into mini nukes, almost.
So Roshan does fall for Fnatic, basically uncontested, and the Aegis does go the way of Era on the Doombringer. So now Fnatic not only getting a larger gold lead here, upwards of about 7,500, but the experience lead to boot. Comparable 7,500 in their advantage, and things are starting to look scary for the retry. Like you mentioned, they have the pushing lineup, but the only towers they've knocked down have come from that initial push where they were able to take out this tier 2 in the bottom lane. Other than that, they have been unsuccessful in their efforts.
What are they going to do now? As they smoke up top, they have the Blink Dagger, as mentioned, on the StarLadder. No level 6 on Shadow Shaman, though he's close. Maybe they get a few kills here, but as soon as this Radiance comes out, which will be by like the 15-minute mark if he doesn't die, 60 minutes maybe, even when they're pushing, Naga can just, if she plays it right, just constantly cut off the waves behind them, and maybe they take tier 1, but taking tier 2s or tier 3 is going to be tough.
PGG, he gets initiated on, even though TR wants to be the aggressors here. He'll take the Doom ultimate, and it looks like he will fall. Song of the Siren actually keeping him alive.
Ghosts are still going. What's Era doing?
There's the black hole they were waiting for. Era will fall. That burns the Aegis. Screen, Nubik, and ZXC all in big trouble. They do grab a kill on the No-Tail, the Rubik, but it just won't be enough. The Ghost did a lot of damage, but I think Fnatic...
That Aegis. Without the Aegis there, that's an awful fight, but they had it, Era knew it, and yeah, now they're just going to lose more, it looks like.
Yeah, actually ZXC doing a fair bit of damage, but now Hani in the front lines. There's the Hand of God from Android P. He'll take an ensnare. They will secure the kill on Chen. ZXC's ultimate will go off, and now he's completely out of mana. Shadow Shaman in the fray as well. They set up the kill on Doom after that other shot, and now the Shackle coming out onto Hani. Cryptsworn as well. I'm not sure.
There's no mana here for another nuke. I don't think they can... Oh, Centaur ult.
And there's a haster here as well. But, oh, Hani almost survived. The kill gets turned into a chicken. They survived the kill, and they'll take that 14-minute rune. So
they ended up losing 4 and the Aegis.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if that was a good trade for Fnatic. Sure, they get a bunch of kills, but the gold grass actually going up. By the way, No-Tail, he stole double edge in the previous fight, and he's just been using it offensively with 700 health as Rubik. Then he's walking around the rest of the fight with like 300. Oh, Fly might go down in the woods. EXC's chasing him. The stolen Rubik Centaur ult turns it around.
Wow. Great play from the Rubik.
Death Prophet stills a haste, but the arrow...
Wow, that was a close call. ZXC will juke it as he stutter steps, and they won't be able to chase him down. A nice arrow, but just barely off the mark. And mid-tier 1 will fall. They actually burn the Rost awards on it. All right.
That's not bad for the retry. There's your Blink Dagger on Centaur. Despite PGG having a difficult game in the offlane, now they're smoked up. If they get a kill or 2 mid, they can transition into a tier 2 tower push, I think.
They'll show off this Blink Dagger, and
Death Prophet ult is up, so if they get a kill here, that's going to be a tower unless Fnatic fight back.
And Trixie will be the one initiated upon. The double Blink Daggers coming forward. See you later, Mirana. Now PGG may be in some trouble as he is in the tower. He'll take the Doom ultimate once again. This poor Centaur, they are just all over him with that ultimate. Mech comes out from the Radiant side, though. That'll help buy him some time. Channel, send him back to the well, and the Centaur will survive. Nicely played. And now Fnatic will just station about their tier 2 tower, looking to make a hold against the Exorcism.
Fnatic just need to cut their losses and minimize deaths and stall as long as possible until Hani gets Radiance.
Yeah, and he's darn close. He's got about 1,100 gold in savings now, so this next creep wave will be his Radiance. He is also level 11, so you're exactly right. They're in good shape, but there's no reason to fight right now. I don't believe they have Black Hole online now, another 57. The worst case scenario, they may need to let this tier 2 tower fall without
They're in good shape, Andrew, but if they lose a big team fight, like let's say they lose 2 or 3 at this tier 2, that can be Rax because there's a Death Prophet.
And speaking of the devil, there's that double blink AoE stun. Trixie in trouble once again. He'll be the first to fall. Exorcism's already out. The Stampede coming from Rubik once again. That'll give Fnatic the reset tool they need.
But Radiance is online, so now they have to be careful.
And this tier 2 tower will fall, it looks like. Fnatic do have a glyph, but nope, they won't burn it for this tier 2. Exorcism finishes it off, and ZXC walks away with a little more gold under his belt. And they'll pour it out, that's it.
If you're Fnatic right now, the main thing is just anticipate TR's next movement. So the tier 1's up top, that's probably where they're headed next. Roche not respawning for quite like 3-4 minutes, and they are already headed top. They've actually been spotted by Fnatic ward, so ideally you'd like to see some illusions cutting the wave. Maybe you just don't bother with the tier 1 because they can just force that anyway, but definitely you want to be creep skippy before they get to the tier 2, or I guess you can try and push the other way, but Radiance Naga clears the waves fast. She doesn't kill towers fast this early, so I'm not sure they'll come out on top if they actually just go for direct tower trades. I'd like to see Hani sending illusions top to kind of cut the wave off, but yeah, looks like he's just farming their woods, and they're at least going to sack the tier 1. Maybe they sack the tier 2 as well.
Yeah, they're just not really in fighting position right now. They can fight if they have Song of the Siren up as well as Black Hole, which they do right now. The still Stampede on the Rubik, so they do have some tools at their disposal to try and...
They've got a lot of them. They have really good initiation now.
Fnatic is very cooldown based with this Enigma in particular. TR will go up top and knock down that tier 1 tower, and another Blink Dagger has joined the fray here, LD, and that's on the Shadow Shaman. That is now a triple blink for TR and nil for Fnatic. So a pretty big disparity on that front. And also Trixie going a hand of Midas here on the Mirana that he got right around the 17th.
There's a glyph for TR, but it looks like Trixie, it looks like Han already did enough damage bottom in that earlier push when he opted not to defend until he got Radiance, and that's a good trade for Fnatic, and they're going to start cutting the wave mid as well.
Yeah, he's using those Eidolons to keep the siege creep alive. Very nicely done.
This is not a good trade for TR. They already lost the tier 2 bottom. They're going to lose the tier 2 mid. Back. And unless they get a pick off top, then it's just a flat 2-for-1 win.
Yeah.
Like, sure, you give up a tier 1, but that was going to fall anyway. And actually, they're just going to go high grounds here.
Yeah, they will burn the Exorcism. Screen blinks forward. He'll go ahead and drop the wards on the tier 3 tower. How does Fnatic want to react? They'll pressure the tier 3 as well. This is an odd game, LD. Both teams just avoiding point there. And here we go. Hani, he's in big trouble. He'll take the double edge. Naga Siren will fall before he can use the ultimate. Does Hani have a buyback here? Yes, he does. Actually, everyone with a buyback available now. The tier 3 tower has fallen. Exorcism still online. No glyph available for Fnatic. Naga Siren will buy back. I'm not sure what the hesitation was. It could cost them their racks. PGG taking a lot of damage, but he will make it out. Moving to steal that amplified damage, and it's helping quite a bit here. They will start to.
They need to get out. Death Prophet ult's over.
Oh no, this could be bad news bears for TR. Nubik now caught inside of the ensnare. That Radiance Burn doing some serious damage. Good guy Hani rejoining the fray. See you later, StarLadder. Now ZXC is in big trouble. Rubik does steal something, but he gets picked off straight away. Fnatic will hold their racks. They clean up this fight. A 2-for-2.
And mid lane, the range Rax is in jeopardy here. It's not dead yet, but it's taking a lot of damage. Overall, I would say that's still a good trade for Fnatic. They take 2 tier 2s to the 1 tier 2 and tier 1 that TR take. They are forced to use a Hani buyback, but it's still only 20 minutes in. It's pretty early. Already, he's able to get gold again. And it's not going to increase his next death timer by that much. Maybe like 20 seconds. Now the Boots of Travel are up as well. And now the rat can intensify. Basically, just every time you see TR pushing, you just cut the waves, you Boots of Travel to the other lane, and with exposed Rex mid, they might even be able to just flat out get Rex first. Sure, there's exposed Rex top, but that's where you've got Song of the Siren on Fnatic, and you don't on TR. So he can let his illusions push in mid, and then he can Song and just slow them down from breaking base, or turn the fights around if he needs to.
Right, and in that situation, you look at it and say, well, Fnatic was forced to use a buyback, but for all the heroes that have to buy back, Naga's almost ideal right there. She already has the Radiance, already had enough for the, close to the Boots of Travel after buyback. Able to pick him up after those 2 kills. So all in all, like, Naga is going to be the hero that can farm the fastest and make up that gold that she spent on buyback better than any other hero. So all in all things considered for Fnatic, I agree with you. I think it was a good exchange, and actually Trixie will go ahead and grab himself a Drum of Endurance following that fight, but more importantly, Fly on the Enigma. He's now got a BKB following that mech, so the next team fight for TR will be a little bit scary, and, well, Enigma didn't even use his Black Hole there, so he has it off cooldown, ready to rock and roll. TR will do a 4-man smoke. They were headed to the top lane, but they'll rotate back through the mid and maybe into their own jungle. We'll see where they end up here.
The problem for TR is they just don't have the best lineup against Rat. Like, they not that great at countering split push, even with the triple blinks. They don't have like a hero that just moves from lane to lane very quickly, and you're not going to waste. StarLadder kind of does, but that's also very easy for Naga to deal with. You just saw him when you see him coming. You juke into the trees, TP out. By the way, they've stolen, I think, Centaur.
Double Edge. No,
Double Edge. Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunate. If it was Stampede, that would have been nice.
But yeah, basically they're not that good at dealing with split push, right? So their best way of dealing with it is to 5-man. But when they're 5-manning, do they do it fast enough is the main question. Now they're going to push their mid, but top is where the exposed racks are, and it seems like they want to go top, but they don't have the wave here. So they might just have to back off.
Yeah, now Death Prophet does have a BKB complete, and against the Naga Siren ulti, it can actually be a little bit of a double-edged sword, as they say.
I'm not a big fan of this. They have Doom, they have Black Hole, and they have the Naga Ensnare.
Yeah.
This BKB could have, like you said, just end up hurting her.
Yeah, if they catch ZXC out with his BKB and they pop a Naga Siren ulti, she might have Exorcism on, but it's still a 5 versus 1 in that scenario, and that makes Death Prophet a pretty easy target.
BKB gets popped by Enigma.
Yeah, Nubik gets initiated on as well. There's the Song of the Siren coming out, looking for the setup. Fly, already wasting the B, like you said. There's the ZXC BKB as well. And this has not been the best setup for Fnatic. Still a Black Hole available, but
they were trying to use it to set up the Black Hole, but there was just nothing good to use it on. And they dropped the wards top. I think they're going to take Rex.
Yeah, BKB is already off on the Death Prophet though. Centaur hops forward. No tail, he'll take burst damage.
Double edge.
Nubik comes in. See you later, Rubik. No tail will fight back. There's the Hand of God. Era caught inside the shackle. Exorcism doing some damage. He has burned his ultimate already on the Nubik. Just still a very odd fight for Fnatic. They can't find the opening that they're looking for. A big silence comes out. The ensnare on Nubik. They might be able to grab a kill on StarLadder. Arrow connects on ZXC as well. That's a double kill coming out. They will pursue outward. Oh wow, he gets sent back to the well. Cheeky play from PGG right there, but doesn't even get the stun off. Unfortunately for Fnatic, even though they repel, they will lose their top lane of Rax.
Yeah, they lost Rax, so not bad at all for the retry, and that song was just really awful. Yeah.
Hex comes out, and actually, he'll be able to survive. Hani doesn't want to overcommit, and he makes the right choice. PGG was inbound.
It's one of those things where you're like, yeah, okay, we're about to team fight. They just pop the Death Prophet out. Let's Song, Black Hole them, and just focus them down. But the song just wasn't good. Heroes weren't grouped up. Timing was just slightly off. I think he thought they could at least catch. It was just like a triangle formation. You had like 3 heroes, and they were all just they were a little farther apart than that. Like, you couldn't quite catch 2 in a Black Hole. Yeah. And so they just decided it wasn't a good fight.
All in all, great positioning from TR, and they stopped Fnatic from getting that setup.
The other thing is, in fairness to Hani, it wasn't like just his fault or anything, because the or fly pop BKB really early. So as soon as he pops BKB, you've got that timer, right? Where if he doesn't get off Black Hole, then there's a Shadow Shaman with the Blink Hex, and it's going to get canceled instantly. So he put a lot of pressure on Hani to go in with the song as soon as he BKB'd.
Yeah.
And I don't think they didn't have the opening.
You know, both the BKBs on the Enigma and the Death Prophet were used kind of poorly there, rather hastily, and ZXC blew his kind of right as the Song of the Siren
I'm not sure if there's a good way to use the Death Prophet BKB.
Yeah, that might be fair enough, but I mean, he didn't even take any damage. Most of it was spent rotating towards the top lane, but here we go. The smoke gang from TR will poke forward. There's the Song of the Siren coming out from Hani, and this will be a slightly better setup. Numic and ZXC, I'm not sure if this is ideal, but they'll go ahead and burn the BKB Black Hole. And they'll get a double kill out of it. Not too shabby. Screen will be in some trouble off on the side. Android B, he just says, screw it, I'm going to port out of here. That's not happening. And Naga secures the kill on the Shadow Shaman. So that's a 4-0. That's the fight Fnatic we're waiting for.
And Hani Boots of travels in bottom. They're going to go straight for the base here. I think they can just go down mid, actually. They'll push in the bottom lane. Then they'll rotate mid. And they're going to have the wave with them. Rubik, did he stole something in that fight? It was Stampede. Okay, I thought he stole something from Shadow Shaman afterwards, but he did not. I think they can Rax here. Is there buyback? Death Prophet has it. StarLadder does not have it. Oh, sorry, he just used it. And they're going to try and defend.
Yeah, but right now it's just Hani that they're defending. Now the team rotating down. If Hani can survive this could be huge. The all-heal coming out from Chen. Death Prophet the only one down. This might not be the ideal opportunity for Fnatic, but they will grab a kill on PGG as well as the StarLadder.
NoTail just keeps on crushing faces, stealing double edge, and then stomping the Centaur himself with that double edge.
Yeah.
And then walking away with 500 health. I'm surprised he hasn't died more, because he's constantly running around with 200, 300 HP. And they tried to defend their base, but that was expensive there. Now Hani's going to buy back. They just want to win now.
Yeah, Rost awards were used to kill Hani as well, so they can feel a little bit more safe here pressing forward. They know Exorcism is down, or is it? It's actually come back up, but it's going to be close. Rubik, he'll go ahead and steal himself a Crypt Swarm. Nothing too crazy. Glyph has already been popped. There you go. Shen will test the faith of Death Prophet. She will pass the test and head back to the well. Bottom tier 3 has gone down. That's 2 naked racks now for the Radiant side. But will they actually get a barracks is the question. The Screen takes an arrow. He will fall to the wrath of the Naga as she comes forward. ZXC caught inside the telekinesis, but PGG at the front line. There's the Exorcism. There's the pipe as well. And Fnatic, they maybe well advised is back out here. No, they'll go for the Death Prophet, and they'll secure that kill. Now TR in some trouble. That's a big cooldown they could have used to defend this racks, but the burst damage just too much, and now this will be at least one lane of racks. No, that's going to be the second. They've already cleared out mid. Well done by Fnatic.
And they can go Roche now, and then with the next Aegis, well, this game has been successfully thrown away by TR. That one fight mid where they jumped in, they caught the Rubik, but they didn't catch anybody else with that smoke gank, and they were in good shape before that. They did not need to force it that hard. Could have just pushed in the lanes a little bit, gone for the road safely, and then taken a good engagement. They don't really have to find huge pickoffs like that. Just bait out the song, try and bait out the Black Hole, but, well, they just jumped into a dicey situation, and now Tombsquad Basher just to rub it in.
Yeah, and some other items have come out as well. That's a Desolator in the inventory of the Mirana, so it looks like Trixie's Handamitis is kicked in. Fly, he's got himself a Plate Mail. Probably working towards the Shivas. NoTail has himself a Blink Dagger, and good guy Hani, well, he hasn't picked up anything else, but he's got 4,000 clams to play around with, so whatever he wants, he'll be able to go shopping and hit one of those luxury stores before too long here.
He hasn't bought anything in a while, actually.
Yeah, he's been buying back. He's bought 2 buybacks. That's buying second lives here, LD.
Yeah, if only you could do that in real life, huh? But yeah, Hani, he's still done his job though overall. He had the one song which didn't work out, but again, wasn't entirely. It was more of a teamwork issue than just individual play issue.
I still think it was also just good positioning from TR, not clumping up and not making it an easy song, more so than Fnatic really misplaying there. Other than maybe jumping the gun a bit too early.
Yeah, you can just, when you're running that combo though, you can just wait until you've got a better opening and then song. But
yep.
Now they're going rogue, and TR, they have no Death Prophet ult, so defending this, if they give this up, it's game, and if they do contest it, they have a very low percentage chance of winning. Yeah, with no Death Prophet ult, so it's just a tough situation.
Yeah, still 20 seconds on the ulti, but they do have some Rastapasta wards, and perhaps
Rastapasta wards.
Perhaps those can make a difference here. Rastapasta? You never just let that one slip out? It rolls off the tongue, LD.
No. Never done that.
Telekinesis out on ZXC. He'll get doomed straight away. PGG comes in. Actually attacks with a pretty big hook stop. It moves enough to get the kill onto Rubik. But in comes the Black Hole from Fly.
Close in.
That'll be a kill on the Centaur. They'll also get a kill on the Shadow Shaman. And this is just not looking good for the retry. Song of the Siren used for a solo StarLadder. Sorry, Nubik, but you are in big trouble.
They played that really well. They send the Death Prophet back. The problem is, the issue with using send back to like counter Doom, quote unquote, is then you don't have a hero in the fight.
Yeah.
So they didn't have their Death Prophet, their only real damage dealer at this point, and they just can't win the fights without her.
Yeah, you're still achieving what Doom is hoping for. BKB Exorcism is completely cleaned up right there.
Yeah, you're still achieving a 5v4, which is what Doom is hoping for.
Yes, exactly. So it's still, yeah, keep Death Prophet alive, but it's only a minor victory, and I use victory.
If you have like a tanker or someone with Boots of Travel who can just return the fight as soon as Doom wears off, I think it's a bit better, but yeah, that's gonna be it. The retry, they had their shot, and they blew it.
Yeah. It was a good game, though. 28 minutes, 13-28. It feels a little one-sided now as Fnatic have come out ahead, but TR gave them a run for their money. We'll see PGG hop in and get picked off once more as the throne is exposed. They will actually, well, maybe get a kill on the Era.
Era doing his best not to end the game now when we're already running late. Come on, Era, get your act together.
Come on now. Yeah, Nubik. Hottie just playing ring around the rosy here. They'll get turned into a chicken, but StarLadder still gets picked off. And screen will die here momentarily, it looks like.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. Hottie, this is a close call here. One more Crypt Swarm.
Oh, the dodges with the mirror image, the plays.
The cheeky plays to end the game. Nicely.
Well done. That's pretty hard to hit the timing on. Yeah. Manta's a lot easier because you split instantly, but with the mirror image, you've got that little, like, your hero, like, shudders and then
the little cast time
convulses a bit and then finally splits, so.
So, all in all, a pretty fun game. Obviously, Fnatic come out on top, and they seal the deal. I don't know, LD. We're actually still not that